What's going on, y'all? So recently I had a photo shoot and I showed some behind the scenes, and for some reason, it's a good reason, but for some reason people wanted to know how the photos are going to turn out because I used on off camera flash, which I've been using for years, and AI has just made it AI has made it a lot more easier to use off-camera flash when you don't have an assistant. So I'm going to show you guys the simple way to use AI when you're using off-camera flash. If you think about this before the shoot, during the shoot, it actually makes your shoot a lot easier because you don't have to overthink it. Using off-camera flash, there are so many advantages of using off-camera flash opposed to just natural light. I'm an off-camera flash fanatic, and I just think that it's so amazing to use beautiful light in any scenario. So I'm going to show you how I used it on this last shoot, and you're going to see the reason why I continue to use off-camera flash. So for those that are going to ask, I got my Shure SMB7 mic, got my A7S III, got the Tamron 28 to 75 f2, and everything that you're hearing right now audio wise is coming through my Zoom recorder, which is right here in front of me so I can monitor properly. And I'm on my Apple M1 Max, completely decked out. This is from 2021, so yeah, that's what we have. So we're gonna dive in. I hate when I hear that, but it makes sense. We're gonna dive in. I'm gonna show you my screen so we could edit together. All right, so what we got here is, shout out to my client Charles Changpeng. He's an author. He has his new book called Around the World in Family Days. Really cool. So yeah, this is basically we were downtown Yorkville, and this is just a simple shot of him with his book. This is the raw. Okay, so the raw even looks really good, to be honest with you, but because I just wanted to have a little bit more oomph, a little bit more punch, I have my presets, and I like to crush the blacks a little bit. I like to pop. I like to put some blur. I like to put some blur, and this is how it looks after. So this is before, very subtle, and as you can see here, as you can see over on this area here, I turned down I put up the exposure a little bit, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, and the blacks were all touched a little bit. And then over here I messed with the white balance a little bit, and then here is where my preset stuff, this is where my preset color mixer shows. All the colors have been manipulated in some way, shape, or form. Not going to get too much into that. If you're interested in the J Pro LUTs, please message me and I'll get you a link where you could buy your own pack of J Pro LUTs. Yeah, and then here I do some noise reduction just because I just like that skin to look as smooth as possible, and then always enable lens correction all the time. And then like I said, little lens blur, 17%, and it comes out like this, right? And in regards to the off-camera flash, like I was saying before, let's go to some earlier photos we had here. So these are one of the photos we took in this alley. Really dope alley. So any Toronto photographers that you're just starting out and you're looking for some places to take your clients or do some product shooting, Yorkville is one of the best spots. Nobody cares what you're doing. Everyone's used to media being down there. You be very comfortable with your client, comfortable for yourself as well too. You don't get kicked out by security. They don't care. You don't need a permit. So pro tip. Yeah, so this is the after. Again, very subtle adjustments made, like some stuff just very barely touched. Manipulated the white balance a little bit just because I wanted that blue. And then again, the color mixer, all of these colors have been manipulated in some way, shape, or form with my LUT, with my preset. And then I'll show you the after, the before. Okay, so if you have a good eye, you could tell. Okay, there's little things that you want to look for to make sure that your photo turns out as clean as possible. And one of the biggest eyesores in this photo, you guessed it, right here, this puddle is driving me crazy. Okay, and there's little things that you only see after the shoot when you have it in front of you, which sucks, but thanks to AI, it's very, very easy to get rid of. But yeah, so as you can see, it's very flat, you know, and straight out of camera, not you Siri, straight out of camera, you know, it is it's good. Like honestly, like this could be a deliverable for some clients and they'd be very happy with it. For me, I do like a little punch, a little playing with the white balance, just a little more character to the photo. So yeah, so as you can see, like the little bit of the light stand over here, and then that huge puddle, which is so annoying, and then as you can see, boom, it's gone, right? And like those little things, like right here, very annoying. You could either just crop it out right here, right? Then you're good to go. And if you really want to get like super clean, you could zoom in here, right? Go to the remove tool with the AI, and you could just start painting where you want what you want removed, and it will do as good as a job as it can. And then you could choose different variations of what it comes up with as far as it being removed. This is live, by the way. This is live. So 3, 2, 1, and gone. And it gives you 3 different variations of what it can remove. So for me, this looks the most, I just don't like how right here, like right around this area, looks a little blurry. So I think option 2 looks the most realistic to me. And then when you zoom out, you know, boom, you have a cleaner footage with the ground. Again, show you before, right? Puddle here, puddle there, and then after, and then again, if you, now I'm getting annoyed, but you're gonna take out this one as well too. Go back to your remove tool and just remove the puddles, bro. Just remove the puddles, because you never know what the client is going to be using the photos for, because sometimes they're going to give it to a graphic designer and the graphic designer is going to take them right out of the photo anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But because you don't know, you want to keep it as clean as possible as a deliverable to the client, so you look as professional as possible. So now, boom, boom, boom. So I colored, I painted over what I wanted removed. So now, now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, gone, right? And now you go back, awesome sauce. Everything looks clean. And again, this is the before. You see all these things here, boom, horrible, horrible, horrible. And then with a little adjustments, a little bit of AI, bang. It didn't happen when I said bang, but bang, yeah. So yeah, this is the reason I love AI in Lightroom, for these little subtle things that you would have to Photoshop before. Now you just paint over it, press remove, and let AI do its thing. Amazing. Sorry, weird. So let me show you a little bit about what I was talking about with the off-camera flash. So this is just to show you what off-camera flash does as far as the overall image and the manipulation of the light being used on the subject's face and just the overall lighting of everything. Like, it's very subtle. Honestly, it's very, very subtle. Okay, so before we go there, let me show you. So this is the exact same settings. Okay, this is, client has not moved, everything's the exact same. I'm at 2.8. I'm at about 50 millimeters right now, 2.8 on my Tamron, and this is exactly how it looked the day of. Like, this is raw, this is obviously he's not lit up. And as soon as you turn on the camera, as soon as you turn on the flash now, this is what it looks like, right? And this is what I like. I make it I was explaining to the client, Charles here, that the reason for off-camera flash, it allows you to pop out of the photo. So it gives a little bit more oomph, a little bit more depth to the photo, rather than just, because I could use this photo right here and I could just, up the exposure a little bit, play with the contrast a little bit, bring down the whites a little bit, bring down the highlights a little bit. The blacks are okay. Probably give it a little bit more saturation, just a little bit. What did I just want to do? And I'd probably play with the white balance a little bit. And listen, like for certain photos, you don't need off-camera flash for every single photo shoot that you might do. There's certain scenarios where it just doesn't work, right? But for me, it just looks very like you and the subject and the atmosphere are just one. There's no separation, and that's the point really of off-camera flash for me. Why I use it is to have separation and give the subject a little bit more oomph and a little bit more character. So again, this is a decent photo, right? So you look at that and you see, I just see him, and yeah, it's great. That's magazine worthy. That is, hey, I'm here selling you a book. Hey, I'm here to, show up. I'm here to sell you cookies. Cookies? I don't know why I said that. I'm here. This is, hey, how's it going? This is, hey, I'm here. Right? So that's off-camera flash. That's why I like it. It's cool, like again, it just lacks character for me. Why I don't use it. So I actually took this photo on purpose because I wanted to show the difference between off-camera flash. So boom, you leave, you make sure you expose for the ambient, and you don't worry about their subject being underexposed. And then boom, you take your flash, and then everything just looks absolutely chef's kiss. And then of course it was manipulated a little bit, because that is it without the adjustments, and that is it with the adjustments. So so before we go to another reason why I love off-camera flash, another reason why I love AI in Lightroom, and why I say don't overthink it. Just set your subject up, set your model up, and shoot. This is the before. Okay, so we got ladies here, we got dogs, we got puddles, right? And you just have to shoot, and AI will take care of the rest. So he was comfortable. I'm like, I already know that I'm going to use AI to take these people out. And this is the before, and this is the after. Just shoot. Get your lighting, get everything set up, and shoot. Again, look at that. Look at that lighting, man. Look at the skin tone. Look at the detail. Sorry, Charles, I know I'm like right up in your face. But like, look at that, bro. That's the power. And this is, again, very, very subtle. But when you compare it to just no flash, right? That is the exact same setting. And then all you would probably do in a situation like this is, you'd up the exposure, play with the contrast a little bit, play with the highlights a little bit, and look at the difference, right? If somebody gave me this photo, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. But then if somebody gave me this photo, I'd be like, dang, this guy's serious. So those are the little reasons why I love off-camera flash. Look at the smile on his face. He's so happy that I'm using off-camera flash. He's so happy that I'm using off-camera flash. He can't even help but smile. Like, look at that. This is the before. Look, we even got somebody's arm right there. well, you gotta go. Gone. Right? Then we got some of him sitting down. Just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Right? Before, after, just a little bit. You don't gotta go crazy with the edit. Once you're on using off-camera flash, you don't gotta go crazy with the edit. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna, because I can't find what I'm looking for, I'm gonna do it with you guys live. Okay, so I'm gonna find a shot where I have the flash, the light stand in the shot, and I'm gonna take it out using AI. And the whole reason is to show you guys is that the main thing you want to focus on is just getting the shot. Get your subject lit up properly. And don't worry about, like before, in a situation like, say a situation like this, okay? I would have had to have my assistant holding right here, right? And then I'd have to get another shot without the assistant in the shot. And then in Photoshop, I'd have to mask out my assistant and then mask in the good shot, if that makes sense. Some people that are just starting out probably don't even know that that's what you had to do for like new photographers using off-camera flash, but because of AI. But before, you'd have to get two shots, one properly. It even sounds confusing, but pretty much this is it, okay? So in a situation like this, I would just go ahead and I would edit my shot. Okay, so I already just Command V, and that's just my preset on there, and then I just manipulate it depending on how exactly I want it for each shot. But I already have it set. So I think it's a little right. So I'm focused on him right now. I'm not focused on the ambient. I'm not focused on anything else. I'm focused on Charles. So I start from the top. Guys, keep it basic. Just start from the top and go down to the bottom. Okay, so exposure. I'm gonna, yeah, I think I like that there a little bit. I want a little punchy. I like that. A highlight. And just go like this, guys. Just go like this. Who cares? Just see how much is it affecting the way that you want it to look. Who cares, bro? Okay, shadow. Okay, just a little bit too much. That's good there. I like that. Whites. Let's see. Sure, it's a little blown out. That's fine. It's okay. That's okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit right there. I like that. I really like that. Okay, so again, I'm not even focused on the fact that the light stand is in the shot. Don't worry about that. In the texture, I want the texture to be smooth. I want it to look smooth, and I want it to be a little punchy for this one. And as far as the blur, we're good there. So now the reason we took the shot here is because I'm actually going to be taking him out of the shot to do some type of graphic design with this shot. So we don't really care too much about all of this stuff. It's just more him. So when you zoom back out, I see that it's a little, his face is a little too dark. So I'm going to up that a little bit. I like it right there. Now let's get to the off camera. Let's get to the light stand. Obviously, you don't want to send this to your client exactly like this, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over, instead of going into Photoshop, because right now with this photo, I could right click and I could go edit in Photoshop, and then if I press this, it will take this same photo into Photoshop. We don't need to do that. For simple removal of objects, you don't need to do that. So you go to this tool here and make sure you're on this first icon here where it says remove, generative remove, and all you're gonna do is paint. You remember painting? You went to school, right? You remember when your teacher said paint and draw around what you don't want. So I don't want this. That's it. And it's going to show you the highlight of what you drew. And all you're going to do is go over here, press remove, and sip on some tea, some coffee, slushy, ice cream, cereal, porridge, eggs, bacon, right? And you wait. It's gone. It's absolutely gone. And you have different variations. Okay. I like that one. I don't know about you, but I like that one. So now you're good to go. So now I could use this photo however I want. Sometimes it says you need to update it. Just update it. Just listen to the computer. Just update it. Right? And now you have this perfectly lit up image. Right? Yeah, and here's a little blown out. I'm not going to use this photo actually, but I just wanted to show you. But you know, and still you could go ahead and edit without the light in the photo and look, do your thing. Do your thing. You're good to go, bro. You're good to go. Right? Boom. Before, after. Before, after. Okay, and then lastly, guys, don't want to keep you too long. Sorry if I've been babbling and rambling. Just wanted to show you what regular photos look like. I took these for this purpose. This is no camera flash. This is just we're being lit by the sun. All right. Just very, to me, basic. No character. It's just a photo of a guy. Add some off-camera flash, and immediately you see the pop. Immediately you see the pop. Right? Before, and a little subtle edit of after. So guys, I hope this has been informative in some way, shape, or form. If you guys are interested in getting some of my J-Pro presets for Lightroom, please message me, follow me on Instagram, get in contact with me. I'm going to be posting more short tutorials like this on how you could edit in Photoshop, how you edit in Final Cut Pro. So I'm a videographer and a photographer, and I do workshops online and in person in the Toronto area. If you're interested in following anything that I'm doing, please follow me on Instagram. That is where I post majority of my stuff. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel, like, share, comment, and until the next one, in the meantime, between time, let's get it times 4.